They used to laugh whenever her name was mentioned, Amara Gray, the class loser, the quiet girl with thrift store clothes and notebooks full of dreams no one cared enough to read. Back then, no one sat with her at lunch, no one invited her to parties, and every time she raised her hand in class, she heard snickers instead of applause. But 10 years later, destiny would flip the script so hard that even the cruelest voices would fall silent, and that's where you come in, because once you hear what happened at that reunion, once you witness her comeback, you might have no choice but to like, share, and subscribe, because stories like these deserve to echo far beyond four walls and fluorescent school lights. The invitation came with a smirk the moment she opened her inbox. A 10-year high school reunion. A handwritten digital note at the bottom, from an organizer she remembered too well, you should come. Everyone misses you. It'll be fun. Winky face. That winking face told her everything. It wasn't nostalgia. It was bait. She could almost hear their laughter again, whispering behind lockers, shoving her books to the floor, calling her names she pretended not to understand. No one noticed the girl who walked home every day while they drove off in their parents' cars. No one cared that she worked nights to afford meals while they argued over iPhone colors and prom dresses. She closed the laptop, hands trembling, not with fear, but with a fire that had been building for years, because she wasn't that girl anymore. She had built something they couldn't imagine. While they partied through college, she spent her nights studying business, designing, failing, rebuilding, and rising again. One small idea turned into a startup. Her startup became a brand. Her brand became a global corporation with offices spread across continents. By 28, she was a CEO whose name appeared in magazines those same classmates now scrolled through mindlessly without realizing who she had become. So she would attend, but not quietly, not this time. Weeks later, under the golden glow of a summer evening, the reunion hall was ready. The laughter inside was loud, champagne sparkling in tall glasses, music pulsing like old memories refusing to die. They stood there, Mia, the queen bee with perfect photos but a failing marriage, Ethan, the golden boy who never made it past his first internship, Tyler, the star athlete whose dreams ended with a knee injury. They were older now, worn in places arrogance once concealed. They were waiting for her. She won't come, Mia said with a careless flick of blonde hair. She's probably too scared. I give it 5 minutes before she leaves crying, Ethan laughed. Just then, the ground vibrated, not from footsteps, from rotors. Guests rushed to the windows, confusion turning to disbelief as a sleek black helicopter descended onto the lawn outside, wind whipping dresses and suits into chaos. The door slid open, and out stepped Amara Gray, her hair like midnight silk, her suit tailored beyond perfection, her presence, unshakable. Silence swallowed the room as she walked in heels that echoed like thunder across the polished floor. Mia nearly dropped her glass. Ethan forgot how to smirk, and one by one, they remembered every cruel word they ever threw at her. Amara? Tyler finally whispered. Is that really you? She smiled, not prideful, but calm, like someone who had healed herself long before this moment. I was invited, she said simply. The whispers came like storm rain. She's rich? Did you see the helicopter? How? When? What happened to her? Mia forced a laugh. Look at you. All dressed up. Did you rent that thing? No, Amara replied softly. I own it. Eyes widened. Drinks paused midway to lips. For once, no one had a joke ready. They didn't know where to look, because looking at her meant looking at their choices. How easy it was to break someone who hadn't yet learned her strength. Then the principal stepped onto the stage for his speech, but paused when he saw her. His voice softened. We have a special guest tonight, he announced, a former student whose success has gone far beyond this town. Please welcome keynote speaker, Amara Gray. The room exploded in shock. She walked to the microphone, her heartbeat steady, her past standing in rows before her like ghosts waiting to be freed. When I was here, she began, her voice both gentle and unshakable, I thought my future was defined by how others saw me. I believed I was small, because you all told me I was. I let words cage me. But pain teaches. Silence builds strength. And the girl you ignored used that silence to grow into someone she never knew she could be. People lowered their eyes. Some shifted uncomfortably, guilt dripping like melted ice. "I'm not here to shame anyone," she continued. "I'm here to thank you. Every insult fueled me. Every lonely lunch pushed me forward. I learned to succeed not for validation, but because I deserved better than the version of me you created." A tear slid down Mia's face. Others followed, not because she shamed them, but because she rose without stepping on them to do it. When the speech ended, the room erupted, not with whispers this time, but with applause. Genuine applause. People lined up to talk to her, to apologize, to ask how she did it. Some wanted business advice. Others just wanted to say they were wrong. She accepted every word with grace, not bitterness, because the ultimate revenge isn't returning pain, it's returning stronger, kinder, unbreakable. Later that night, as she stood by the helicopter, ready to leave, Mia approached her with trembling hands. "I was horrible to you," she whispered. "I'm sorry. I really am." Amara placed a hand on her shoulder. "Forgiveness wasn't weakness. It was power. Young people make mistakes," she replied. "What matters is who we become afterward." Mia cried, hugging her as if 10 years of cruelty finally dissolved into the wind. The helicopter rose into the sky, lights glimmering below like pieces of the past falling away. Amara looked out across the town she once felt trapped in. She wasn't the loser anymore. She was proof that storms grow gardens, not graves. And if you're listening right now, if you've ever felt small, invisible, or underestimated, remember this: one day the world that doubted you may watch you rise. Like this story, share it, let someone else feel what you felt right now. And hit subscribe, because somewhere, someone like Amara is still fighting to believe they're worth more, and your click might be the spark that helps them soar, because sometimes, all it takes to change everything is a helicopter-sized comeback.